here.
Same here. I didn't know you were part of the Gelsberg circle.
Why? Because I'm not dripping rubies and pearls.
Because you don't show your face in truth.
I'm not much of a joiner.
Are you even a Shabbos observer?
What are you, the Hasidic police? For your information, I'm here to pay my respects to the deceased and to her grieving husband.
The last single man standing in the community. You know what they say. If you want to get a Jewish widow, you have to get in there after the funeral. But before the shiva begins, it's like shopping at Walmart. Black Friday. Get in there first.
And why would I be interested in Frank Geltzberg?
He's a macher. He's got guilt. And he's still attractive.
He's short, fat, and bald, and his lower lip protrudes.
He's got an inner sexiness.
Well, it certainly isn't outer.
You'd be surprised, Leslie.
You should know, Stelly.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows you've been stripping Frank for years.
Leslie, such language. I would think that a professor, a lady professor such as yourself, would not want to talk like a common tramp.
Well, are you calling me a sapphire?
Boy, I don't like cooking shows.
What? I said sapphire, not saffron, you Philistine.
Who's Philistine?
Sappho, the Greek poet of women loving women.
Well, are you? With your ambiguous name. The way that you dress, one would think.
Well, I would think wrong. My name is not of my choosing, and my dress is appropriate for a college professor and chairman of the humanities department at the St. Caesar Community College. And for your information, I love and admire men. I am just waiting for the right one.
Jesus, Leslie, you must be close to 80 already.
For your information, well, you are living in fantasy land if you think you can add Geltzberg to your list of surnames. And I can't believe that in the 21st century, you still maintain the medieval practice of taking the man's name, or in your case, names, Mrs. Minsky, Kreitzer, Gorman.
And you keep your maiden name. Tell me, darling, do you still have your maiden head?
All I can say is that married men never marry their mistresses.
You know this how?
Oh, it's in all the novels. The adulterous woman always dies, Anna Karenina throws herself underneath the train.
That's what she gets for using mass transit. Maybe she was... That happens, you know.
Yes, I imagine you would know all about that.
What is that supposed to mean? I said, what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Nothing. I said I was just imagining. We creative types can't help doing that, you know, especially when we're on the subway.
You think I had something to do with it? It was an accident. I was serving him breakfast in bed. The bread knife slipped. End of story, period.
Well, you had him cremated rather quickly. Is that a Jewish custom?
Because of the dismemberment. I mean, you can imagine.
Dismember. You inherited quite a fortune, as I remember.
Why, it was so tragic. Poor Harry Minsky's beautiful body, the crippling muscles. He was my first, you know.
In a long line.
Yes, and they've been lining up ever since high school. They're still doing that.
Stelly, all the men in our community are either married, dead, daughtering, or dysfunctional.
Except for Frank.
After 50 years of marriage, I would expect that Frank would want someone fresh, an unknown quantity. Men have been trying to get me into bed for years. Frank certainly has. But unlike you, I held out.
Leslie, Your sell-by date has long expired. Anyway.
Well, who's she?
Looks like a Shiksa.
Well, how can you tell?
Oh, the pink cheeks, the pug nose, and maybe the cross around her neck.
It's a crucifix.
Oh my God, she looks like she's in her 60s, maybe 50s. And what's with the nurse's uniform?
Didn't Susie have a private nurse at the end? Oh, I bet that's her.
Leslie, we have to do something. There's no way that either of us have a chance with Frank against her.
But she's not Jewish.
So she'll convert. Look, I have a plan. We'll form an alliance like on Survivor. Then we'll rip her up, and she'll be voted off the island.
Stella, you lost me.
Now who's a Philistine?
Oh, it's a TV show, right?
Right. And you don't have a TV, I suppose.
Wrong. I watch Masterpiece Theater and C-SPAN.
And QVC when no one's looking.
Oh, isn't that the one that sells all that phony jewelry for $19.99 if you order in the next 10 seconds?
Darling, if I were you, I'd get a rhinestone necklace and earrings. No one will know the difference. Oh, scheiße, here she comes. Follow my lead.
Hello, ladies. I'm Trish.
Trish. Trish. What an unusual name. Irish, right?
As Irish as the Blarney Stone. It's short for Patricia.
So much nicer than Pat or Patty. I'm Estelle Minsky Kreitzer Gorman. But you can call me Stelly. And this is my friend, Dr. Leslie Fishman. And she's the chairman of the Humanities Department at Albert Einstein College.
Wow! Albert Einstein College.
Albert Einstein, he was a genius in his own right. He invented the wristband. It sold millions nationwide, worldwide. And Frank Geltzman was an early investor.
Really? Well, what is a wristband?
Oh, I'm surprised you never heard of it. It's the gold replica of a foreskin. Jews wear it as a symbol of sacrifice. Oh, like your crucifix.
I never saw Frank, I mean Mr. Gelsberg, wearing one.
Well, you wouldn't unless he had his pants off. Born in place, you see. Oh, Pattygate, I believe you're blushing.
It's just so warm in here.
Let me get you an iced coffee.
Oh, thank you. Such a delightful American confection.
So, how do you know Mr. Geltzberg?
Oh, I was Susan Gelsberg's private nurse. I took care of her in the hospice phase of care. I can't tell you how devoted Mr. Gelsberg was to his dying wife. And she to him, and him to herself.
Oh.
She taught me how to cook all these wonderful delicacies, like kugel and blenzers.
Oh, so you cook Jewish too?
Well, Mr. Gelsberg helped me.
And you're still in uniform now that she's died?
Well, in Ireland, we believe the departed hangs around for 3 days, and we help the loved ones usher her into heaven.
What a charming superstition. You and the little people. So Susan is still among us.
Yes! Can you not feel her? It's like she's in the room with us.
I'm terribly sorry. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Leslie, get me a napkin with some water, please.
Don't bother! Don't bother! I'm fine! Really! Really!
Service is about to start. Maybe there's a maid in the corner over there. She'll lend you a uniform.
Oh!
Okay. She's done. Now it's just you and me, bitch.
What happened to our alliance?
The alliance is over. Now it's just the two of us. And only one of us can wear the ring.
But you don't have any more room on your fingers, whereas mine are virgin territory.
You're right about the virgin part.
You must have a twat the size of a tent.
I'm so surprised that a lady professor such as yourself would want to talk like a common tramp.
Well, there's a lot you don't know about me. I have toiled in the fields of Dionysus. I have writhed in the throes of passion. I have imbibed the blood of young goats. I have endured the hard, throbbing phalluses in the womb of my innermost beingness.
And you say mine is like a tent?
All in the name of the sublime and the transcendent.
You think you'll experience that with short, stubby Frank Gelsberg?
Well, that was all of my wild hope days. Now that I'm in the autumn of my life, I'm looking for friendship and companion, love and comfort, and I think I finally found the one.
The last Jewish man standing. Oh. Look, here she is again. She's cuter than ever. All she needs is a better duster apparatus.
Well, ladies, how do I look?
Let's see. I have some frogs that need scrubbing. Just kidding.
No problem. I was a foundling child raised in a convent in Dublin. I've been scouring the life out of floors and walls since I was a wee child.
Are you still a nun?
Heavens preserve us, no! I was a novitiate, but I never took the vows. I'm still a devout Catholic mind. Mr. Gelsberg read to me from the Talmud, told me all about your wonderful Jewish religion. And I told him all about Jesus and how he helped the poor and the weak. And our Pope Francis, who believes the church should re-establish their mission and help the poor. So, Mr. Gelsberg has decided to give away all his money to charity and live with his brethren in Palestine.
Palestine? You mean Israel? He's a big supporter of the United Jewish Appeal.
No, Palestine, in the West Bank. He believes the Jews and Arabs are one people and should live together as family.
I don't believe it. He's the one that said the Arabs should get back on the camel that they rode in on. Has he lost his mind entirely?
No, just his money. So when does Mr. Gelsberg leave for the Middle East?
Next week, after he finishes sitting Shiva.
Look, Leslie, let's go.
But the service is starting any minute.
Screw the service. I need a drink of it. Walk.
Me too.
Hello, Frank. It's safe to come out now. I didn't spend all those years at the Abbey Theatre in Dublin for nothing, kiddo.